Today we are looking at the phenomenal GRC lessons, or the Going 3D with GRC website. So this is a website that is kept up by Brett Molding. He does professional developments around NGSS and the SEED standards. And as he works with teachers, they develop lessons, they use the lessons in their classroom, and then he posts them here on his website. So there are a lot of resources on here for teaching our standards, but we're just going to be looking at the lessons. So up here at the top, there are middle school lessons and high school lessons. And these lessons are organized around core ideas. So the biology lessons are all going to be under life science, chemistry and physics are all under physical science, and earth and space science are under earth and space science. And so they all have a landing page. And you'll see that the landing pages are living documents that he's always updating. Sometimes he'll have notes about lessons that are partway done and need to be finished, like this one. So you could help finish a lesson or try it out in your classroom. These are all aligned to the NGSS standards. So this is a great place to use our crosswalks to figure out which standard to look for quickly. And then each lesson, when you open it up, they're all formatted the same, and I will just point out these are not print and go lessons. So these lessons all include things like class discussions and student sense making, and they are bare bones outlines. And so they give you kind of some tips and some ideas of how you would implement this, but they're really just starting places for lessons. There are a few things that every lesson has that are really useful, whether you're looking for a lesson, if you're developing lessons or you're developing assessments. So one is that they have at least one phenomenon. So if you're looking for a phenomenon for a lesson or an assessment, this is a place you could go to find phenomena. They almost always have questions that you can use in class discussions. And so small group discussions and whole group discussions are a great way to help students make sense of things and clarify their thinking and share their ideas. And so having a list of questions that you can use to really focus those discussions can be really helpful. The other thing that they have that can be really helpful is this formative assessment guide. So in this, it tells us what students are doing. So up here at the top, it says, like, here's our task that we're using to assess students. And then it gives us an outline of what students who are proficient will be doing. It gives you some ideas of what to expect from students. So it gives you a sample of a student who gets it. What does their answer look like? What if they are partway there? What if they're really not there at all? So this would be, our level between 1 and 2 students. And then because these are set up as formative assessments, there's this last column that tells you what to do. So based on where your students are, here are your next steps. So that can be, this whole table can be helpful if you are thinking about what you want to assess or how you want to assess it. It can be helpful for writing rubrics and thinking about, where do I go next if my students don't quite get it, or if they totally got it, what do I do next? So these lessons, although they are very bare bones, can be useful for finding phenomena, thinking about how to help your students engage in discourse to figure things out, and also to consider how you could formatively assess students.